with that for a minute, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Can you tell me what that means to you?
Well, it's actually a language. I don't really play music in my head. I say stuff and it just complaining about how things can be rough, how sometimes you do the right things and they always turn out to be a bad ending for the right things, how sometimes you think you got everything figured out, and as soon as you think you got it figured out, you understand that it's hard to even comprehend how to figure out anything.
So let me ask you this: how long have you been on the street?
Well, altogether, a good decade and a half, at least 15 years or so, but off and on, you know. I hitchhike and travel to get away from places that I don't want to be. You know, if they treat me wrong, I go somewhere else. I get jobs and get places. This time, I guess since October, I lost my job for 2.5 years. My girl took my son to Kansas and wouldn't come back with him. Lost my place and just kind of fell in a slump of depression and just didn't really care to do much of anything to do anything to get out of it, I guess.
So how come you're here by yourself when there's groups out there? I mean, are you making a decision to stay on your own?
Yeah, I always make a decision to stay on my own. When you're around other people, they drag you down into their hole, and if I'm going to go into a hole, I'm going to go into my own and not have anyone else responsible for it.
I hear that. So I mean, being you've been on the street as long as you have, and you could change anything about the world, what would it be?
Well, I guess separation and the separation that we breed into one another. I don't know, looking out for only yourself. Of course, you got to look out for yourself, but you know, if energy's never created nor destroyed, only transferred to a different form, we're all part of everything and everyone. So we're all, the golden rule should apply. Do unto others, you'd have them do unto you. You know, people treat food as a privilege and not a necessity, when in actuality it is a necessity. You know, when I first got into this town, I lost my ID and everything because it was in my wallet, and you know, I have a lot. I don't ever spare change, you know, and I went around and asked the people if they had any work I could do, and they still treated me like I was spare changing, you know, but I wasn't spare changing. I was just looking for something honest to do. And
so spare changing meaning panhandling?
Yeah, exactly. Asking people for spare change, and in this particular town, I can't even make money playing the harmonica because you have to have a street performer's license to be able to do it. So I just sit around and do my own thing and try to stay out of anyone's trouble and not make my own.
So, I mean, are you going to stay here, or do you have plans to move on? I mean, what's your plan?
Well, I came to Vegas to start my business, which it doesn't matter, but because it's a town of entertainment, and I have an entertainment business and idea, and it was harder than I thought that it would be to get things running, and just kind of been stuck. I haven't moved on yet. I haven't tried to do anything. I have went looking for jobs, you know, but it be very difficult, especially if you don't have an address or a phone number for them to contact you. And then, you know, if you haven't had a chance to change or shower in a bit, you know, they look at you with disdain.
And you don't have an address, which also makes it difficult as well. You look pretty good, though. I mean, you look like you make out all right for yourself. How do you generally keep yourself going? I mean, what is it you do every day to keep yourself going?
What do you mean, like work or? Work,
food. I mean, you seem to be clean. I mean, you relatively look okay, healthy. I mean, I'm not assuming you're healthy, but you look okay. I mean, how do you do that if you don't have work and the state doesn't help you?
Because I'm a survivor and nothing's ever going to keep me down, no matter how much they try. I try to look clean because when I go to a casino to use the bathroom or to get water or to wash my face or my hands, that way they don't push me away, whereas most of the people, they do. You know, there's a lot of people who are homeless. I've seen them, and they, you know, they have an alcohol problem, and there'll be a group of them staying in a place, you know, squatting, you know, being homeless, and they get kicked out of the place. The police come and remove them because, you know, and they always wonder why, and it's because they're really loud and aggressive and assertive to people. They get angry at people who don't want to give them spare change. You know, they bust bottles and leave trash at their spots, and they don't take care of it. And you know, I'm not going to be one of those people, and I'm not going to have anyone around that will make me one of those people.
So that I don't leave you here nameless, what can you tell us your name?
Robert Patat.
And where do you come from, Robert?
Georgia. Yes.
Do you have any family in Georgia that you did, if just in case this thing makes it across where we're hoping it will, that you might want to, you know, give a hello to and tell them you're all right?
You're born into your relatives, and some of your relatives are your family, but your family are people who look out for you and care for you, and you make your family as you go. And if any of my family out there, none of my relatives are my family. I left them behind. I'm the black sheep, and they treated me that way. If any of my family hears me, then, you know, peace and love, and be safe.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, wow.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care of yourself.
Almost.
And I hope that you stay hopeful, because I understand what you're telling me, that you don't want to get around other negative people. You're still a young guy. You know, you told me you were 34. 32. Is that correct? 32. Yeah. You got a long way to go, and there's a lot of corrections. So just do what you can to stay positive. Okay.
See this button? I found it in the garbage. I decided it shouldn't be thrown away. It should be advertised, and we all should accept our greatness, because we all have greatness that lies within.
And it says accept your greatness, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right, brother. Take care.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Name? My name's Kevin.
Kevin? Thank you very much, Kevin. You
nice
have a
to
great
meet
day.
You too. He was pointing out on my shirt I have a yin and yang, and I have one on my arm, and here it is on the back of his leg. And what does yin and yang mean to you?
Good and bad is only a representation of the person viewing it. There is no separation, only the separation that we care to put there for ourselves. And that's in essence.
Right on, man. All right, take care.
Thank you very much, Kevin. You have a great day.
See you later.
Be safe.
You too.